The courtroom erupted in chaos as the judge slammed his gavel, declaring Otto Rivera guilty of embezzlement, a crime he swore he never committed. Handcuffs clicked around his wrists, and in that instant, his world shattered. His family's horrified faces the last thing he saw before being dragged away. But nothing prepared him for the hell of Ironwood State Prison, where his slight frame and soft features earned him the cruel nickname Princess, marking him as prey in a jungle of hardened men. Otto had always known he was different. Growing up in a conservative suburb of Chicago, he hid his attraction to men behind a facade of normalcy, dating girls in high school to appease his devout Catholic parents. His father, a stern factory worker named Carlos, preached about family honor and traditional values, while his mother, Maria, prayed nightly for her son's soul. Otto's secret gnawed at him, but he buried it deep, focusing on his accounting job at a mid-sized firm. That is, until the scandal hit. His boss, desperate to cover his own tracks, framed Otto for siphoning funds. Evidence was fabricated, witnesses bought. Otto didn't stand a chance. Arriving at Ironwood, the intake process was humiliating. Stripped naked under glaring lights, jeers echoed from the cells. "Fresh meat," one inmate snarled. "Look at that pretty boy." Otto's heart pounded as guards shoved him into general population. His cellmate, a burly man named Rico with tattoos snaking up his arms, eyed him suspiciously. "You gay or something?" Rico grunted on the first night. Otto froze, denying it vehemently, but rumors spread like wildfire. By week 2, he was cornered in the yard by a gang led by Viper, a lifer with a scar across his face. "We don't like your kind here, Princess," Viper hissed, shoving Otto against the fence. The beating was swift, bruised ribs, a split lip, but the real pain was the isolation that followed. Days blurred into a nightmare of survival. Otto avoided showers, ate alone, and clung to the prison library for escape. There he met Marcus Hale, a fellow inmate serving time for assault. Marcus was the opposite of Otto. Tall, muscular, with a quiet intensity that commanded respect. He worked as a trustee, helping with book checkouts, and noticed Otto's withdrawn demeanor. "You okay, man?" Marcus asked one afternoon, sliding a worn copy of To Kill a Mockingbird across the table. Otto looked up, startled by the kindness. "Just trying to stay alive," he muttered. Their conversation started small. Books, life outside, but grew deeper. Marcus shared his story. Raised in foster care in Detroit, he got into a bar fight defending a friend, landing him 5 years. "I ain't proud of it," Marcus said. "But you learn who you are in here." Otto opened up about his framing, the betrayal by his boss. For the first time, he felt seen, not judged. But as weeks passed, an undercurrent of tension built. Marcus's gaze lingered longer, his touches, brushing hands while passing books, sent sparks through Otto. One evening in the dimly lit library, after hours when trustees had access, Marcus confessed. "I think about you, Otto, more than I should." Otto's breath caught. He denied his feelings for so long, but here, in this forsaken place, they surged. "Me too," he whispered. Their first kiss was tentative, hidden behind stacks of forgotten novels, a stolen moment of humanity amid brutality. But prison walls have ears. Whispers reached Viper's gang. The next day, during yard time, Viper confronted them. "Heard you're playing house with the Princess, Hale," he sneered. Marcus stepped forward, fists clenched. "Back off, Viper. This ain't your business." The standoff drew guards, but the damage was done. Word spread to the administration. Homosexual activity was taboo, even unspoken, in Ironwood, a violation that could extend sentences or lead to solitary. Otto's family visited sporadically. His father barely spoke, his mother wept. "Why did you do this, Mijo?" she asked, oblivious to the deeper turmoil. Otto couldn't tell them about Marcus. The shame would kill them, but the pressure mounted. Marcus faced threats from inmates who saw his softness as weakness. "You gotta choose," Marcus said one night in their relocated cells. "Us or survival." The conflict tore at Otto. Loving Marcus felt right, but it endangered everything. A guard, overhearing rumors, pulled Otto aside. "Keep it quiet, kid, or you'll both end up in the hole." Otto nodded, but inside doubt festered. Was this love worth the risk? As the chapter of his imprisonment unfolded, decisions loomed, each with a price steeper than the last. Marcus proposed a plan. Feign a fight to throw off suspicion. "We'll make it look real," he said. Otto agreed, but the staged brawl in the cafeteria escalated when Viper's crew jumped in. Punches flew. Otto took a hit meant for Marcus. In the infirmary, bandaged and alone, Otto questioned everything. His innocence in the crime meant nothing if he lost himself here. Back in population, their relationship deepened in secrecy. Stolen glances, notes passed through books. But Otto's trial appeal loomed, and with it, hope of freedom. His lawyer uncovered evidence of the frame-up, but it required testimony from a reluctant witness. "You might get out soon," Marcus said, a mix of joy and sorrow in his voice. Otto's heart ached. Leaving Marcus behind felt like betrayal. Family pressure intensified. During a visit, Carlos exploded. "I heard rumors about you in there. Is it true? Are you one of them?" Otto denied it, but the lie burned. Maria clutched her rosary. "God will forgive you if you repent." The visit ended in tears, leaving Otto reeling. That night, Marcus held him in the shadows. "Don't let them break you." But the seed of doubt grew. What if freedom meant denying who he was? As tensions rose, a betrayal brewed. Not from enemies, but from within. The appeal hearing was a beacon of hope, but it came with strings. Otto's lawyer, a sharp woman named Elena, presented new evidence. Emails proving his boss's guilt. The judge granted a retrial, but bail was set high. Otto's family scraped together the money, mortgaging their home. "We're doing this for you," Carlos said over the phone, his voice strained. "But you come home and straighten up." Released on bail, Otto stepped into the Chicago sunlight, disoriented after 18 months inside. The world had moved on, friends distant, job gone. He crashed on his parents' couch, the house feeling smaller, suffocating. Maria fussed over him, cooking his favorites, but Carlos watched like a hawk. "No more mistakes," he warned. Marcus remained in Ironwood, their contact limited to letters smuggled through a mutual friend. "Miss you every day," Marcus wrote. "Stay strong out there." Otto replied in code, pouring out his fears. But reintegration was brutal. Job interviews tanked when his record surfaced. "We can't hire felons," one HR rep said bluntly. Society's stigma clung like a shadow. Worse, whispers followed him. A neighbor, an ex-cop, sneered at the grocery store. "Heard you were popular in prison." Otto's cheeks burned. He avoided old haunts, isolating himself. Therapy helped some, mandated by probation, but admitting his sexuality there felt impossible. "Who am I hurting by hiding?" he journaled one night. Then came the family dinner. Carlos invited relatives. A welcome home facade. Uncle Ramon, a loudmouth, joked about prison life. "Bet you had to watch your back, eh? Don't drop the soap." Laughter erupted, but Otto froze. "It's not funny," he snapped. Silence fell. Carlos glared. "Don't be sensitive, son." Later, in the kitchen, Maria confronted him. "Is there something you're not telling us?" Otto's resolve cracked. "Mom, I'm gay." The words hung heavy. Maria gasped, crossing herself. "No, mijo. It's the prison. It changed you." She fled to her room, sobbing. Carlos's reaction was worse. "You're no son of mine if that's true." He demanded Otto see a priest, undergo conversion therapy. "We'll fix this." Otto refused, storming out. He wandered the streets, calling Elena. "I can't stay here." He moved to a cheap motel, scraping by on odd jobs. Marcus's letters kept him grounded. "Love you no matter what," one read, but distance strained them. Marcus faced parole soon, but rumors of his friendship with Otto jeopardized it. "Board might deny me," he wrote. Otto's retrial approached. The witness, his former colleague, wavered. Elena pushed. "We need you to testify." But the man feared reprisal. Otto met him secretly at a diner. "Please," Otto begged. "My life depends on this." The man agreed, but only if Otto kept silent about certain office rumors, implying Otto's sexuality. The moral dilemma gnawed. Agreeing felt like another closet. Refusing risked conviction. Otto chose silence, hating himself. The testimony swung the case. Otto was exonerated. Media swarmed. Innocent man freed after frame-up. But victory tasted bitter. With freedom, Otto sought Marcus. He visited Ironwood. Their reunion through glass heartbreaking. "I'm out," Otto said. Marcus smiled sadly. "Proud of you. But what now?" Parole hearings for Marcus were tense. A guard testified against him, citing inappropriate conduct. Marcus's lawyer fought back, but the board delayed. Otto rallied support, writing letters, but his family's rejection deepened. Carlos disowned him publicly at a church gathering. "My son chose sin over family." Betrayal hit when Otto discovered Elena had leaked details to the press for publicity. "It helps your case," she claimed. But the articles outed him subtly, fueling tabloid frenzy. Ex-con's secret prison romance. Society's backlash was swift. Job offers vanished. Protesters picketed his motel, chanting slurs. Otto's mental health spiraled. Nightmares of prison, panic attacks. He confided in a support group for LGBTQ ex-inmates, finding solace but also warnings. "Love in the system? It's a minefield." Marcus's parole was denied. "One more year," the letter said. Devastated, Otto vowed to fight. He started a blog, anonymous at first, detailing his story. Readers responded, some with empathy, others hate. "You're brave," one comment read. "Disgusting," another. As exposure grew, Otto faced a choice. Go public fully or retreat. A TV interview offer came, national exposure. "Tell your truth," the producer urged. But it meant dragging Marcus into the spotlight. The night before deciding, Otto sat alone, weighing the cost. Freedom had come, but at the price of family, privacy, trust. Was love worth the war? The TV studio lights blinded Otto as he sat across from the anchor, a polished woman named Lisa Grant. "So, Otto, you were wrongfully imprisoned. But rumors suggest more happened inside." Her smile was sharp. Otto swallowed, heart racing. "Yes, I fell in love with another man, Marcus Hale. And society's still punishing us for it." The interview aired primetime, exploding online. Hashtags trended. Prison love, wrongful justice. Support poured in, donations for Marcus's appeal, messages from queer youth. But hate mail flooded too. "Fags belong in jail," one read. Otto's motel was vandalized, forcing him to relocate to a shelter. His family fractured further. Maria called, pleading, "Why air our dirty laundry? Your father had a heart scare." Guilt twisted in Otto's gut. Carlos refused contact, but cousins reached out secretly. "We're proud, Primo," one texted. The divide deepened old wounds. Marcus, from prison, urged caution. "Don't risk yourself for me." But Otto pushed on, hiring a new lawyer for Marcus's case. Evidence emerged. The guard's testimony was biased, rooted in homophobia. A lawsuit brewed against the prison system. Protests erupted outside Ironwood. Activists chanted for reform, waving signs, "Love isn't a crime." Otto spoke at a rally, voice steady despite threats. "I lost everything, family, job, dignity. But I gained truth." Cheers rose, but counter-protesters hurled insults. A bottle whizzed past his head. Betrayal struck from an unexpected source. Rico, Otto's old cellmate, sold a story to tabloids. "They were lovers from day one," he lied, exaggerating for cash. The article painted them as deviants, jeopardizing Marcus's appeal. "How could you?" Otto confronted Rico over the phone. "Money talks," Rico shrugged. The fallout was brutal. Marcus's parole board cited the article, extending his sentence. "Behavior unbecoming," they ruled. Marcus's letters turned despondent. "Maybe we're cursed." Otto blamed himself, spiraling into depression. Therapy sessions unpacked layers. Internalized shame, trauma from prison. A turning point came via a support group friend, Jamal, an ex-inmate out and proud. You gotta fight smart, not hard. Jamal introduced Otto to an advocacy organization, Equality Behind Bars. They offered resources, connecting him with lawyers specializing in LGBTQ rights. Otto dove in volunteering. He met others with similar stories, couples torn by the system, families divided by prejudice. Fueled his resolve. He organized a petition for Marcus, gathering thousands of signatures. Media shifted from scandal to sympathy. A documentary crew approached, promising a fair portrayal. But personal costs mounted. Maria visited the shelter, eyes red. I love you, but your father. He can't accept. She handed him a letter from Carlos. Choose God or this path. Otto tore it up, but the rejection stung. Why can't you love me as I am? He asked her. She left without answering. As Marcus's new appeal date neared, tension peaked. Evidence of guard misconduct surfaced, audio tapes of slurs. The case gained traction, drawing national attention. Politicians weighed in. Some condemned, others supported. The hearing was packed. Otto testified, voice cracking. Marcus saved me in there. Our love isn't wrong, the system is. Murmurs rippled. Marcus, in orange jumpsuit, met his eyes. I love you, he mouthed. The board deliberated. Hours felt eternal. Finally, parole granted with conditions. Therapy. No contact with Otto for 6 months. To ensure rehabilitation, they said. Otto's joy mixed with anguish. Freedom for Marcus, but separation? Outside, reporters swarmed. How do you feel? One asked. Relieved, but angry, Otto replied. Love shouldn't come with asterisks. Marcus's release day arrived. Otto waited at the gates, heart pounding. Marcus emerged, bags in hand. They embraced, but guards watched. 6 months, Marcus whispered. We can do this. The separation tested them. Otto threw himself into advocacy, speaking at conferences. Marcus moved to a halfway house in Detroit, attending mandated sessions. Letters and calls were monitored, forcing platonic tones. Frustration built. This is bullshit, Marcus vented once. Otto agreed but complied. Society's gaze lingered. Job hunts for both faltered, records and publicity hurdles. Otto landed a position at a nonprofit, fighting for prison reform. Marcus trained as a mechanic, drawing on old skills. But cracks appeared. Marcus resented the forced distance. Feels like prison again. Otto pushed for patience. A heated call escalated. You outed us for fame, Marcus accused. Otto recoiled. I did it for us. The fight led to silence. Weeks without contact. Otto questioned if their love could survive the outside world. Betrayal's shadow loomed. Had he sacrificed too much? The 6-month mark approached like a lifeline. Otto counted days, his nonprofit work a distraction. He lobbied for policy changes, testifying before state lawmakers. The system punishes love, he argued, citing cases like his. Applause followed, but opposition was fierce. Conservative groups labeled him a radical agitator. Marcus, in Detroit, grappled with reintegration. Halfway house rules chafed curfews, job mandates. He confided in a counselor unpacking prison trauma. I miss him, he admitted. The counselor nodded. Love endures, but it changes. Their first unsupervised meeting was electric. Otto drove to Detroit, pulling up to a park. Marcus waited on a bench, looking stronger, freer. They hugged fiercely, words tumbling. I thought I'd lose you, Otto said. Marcus pulled back. We need to talk. Over coffee, Marcus revealed doubts. Out here, everything's different. People stare, judge. Otto nodded. I know, but we're in this together. Marcus hesitated. Your family, will they ever accept? The question hung. Otto had tried reconciliation. A tentative lunch with Maria. Your father's stubborn, But he misses you. No mention of Carlos. Otto shared his life, omitting details. I'm happy, Mom. She smiled faintly. With him.
Otto affirmed.
She sighed. Pray for guidance. Back with Marcus, they rebuilt slowly. Shared apartments were risky, probation eyes watched. They dated discreetly, weekend getaways. But society intruded. At a restaurant, a diner muttered slurs. Marcus tensed. Ignore it, Otto urged. But the incident sparked arguments. You fight publicly. I just want peace, Marcus said. A major conflict arose when Otto was offered a book deal. Behind Bars. A story of wrongful conviction and forbidden love. Lucrative but exposing. It could help others, Otto reasoned. Marcus balked. At our expense?
No.
Otto signed anyway, feeling the betrayal in Marcus's eyes. The book tour amplified voices. Interviews delved deep. Inner conflicts, moral quandaries. Was loving him worth the pain? One host asked. Yes, Otto said. But the cost. Families torn. Lives upended. Sales soared, but hate escalated. Death threats arrived. Security became necessary. Marcus distanced himself. This is your fight now. He took a job in Chicago, moving closer but emotionally farther. They argued over dinner. You're choosing fame over us, Marcus yelled. Otto countered. I'm fighting for our right to exist. The breaking point. A family intervention. Maria orchestrated it, inviting Carlos. We want you back, she said. Carlos grunted. But without that lifestyle. Otto stood firm. Marcus is part of me. Carlos exploded. Then you're dead to us. He stormed out. Devastated, Otto turned to Marcus, but found him packing. I can't do this anymore. The pressure. It's killing me. Tears fell. We met in hell. Maybe we can't survive heaven.
Otto begged.
Don't leave. But Marcus did, driving away into the night. Alone, Otto crumbled. Had his choices destroyed them? Months passed in haze. The book succeeded, spawning a movement. Petitions for prison reform gained traction. Otto spoke at Pride events, a symbol of resilience. But personally hollow. A surprise, Marcus reached out. Read your book. Proud. But hurt. They met neutrally. I betrayed you by leaving, Marcus admitted. Otto confessed. I pushed too hard. Reconciliation tentative, they agreed to therapy. Family thawed slowly. Maria attended a session. I don't understand, but I love you. Carlos remained distant, but sent a card. Thinking of you. As they rebuilt, society shifted. A landmark ruling. Protections for LGBTQ inmates. Otto's advocacy contributed. But victories came with scars. Trust rebuilt brick by brick. One evening, walking hand in hand, a stranger smiled approvingly. Progress but fragile. Otto wondered. Had the pain been worth it? Therapy sessions became their anchor, unraveling knots of trauma and resentment. Communication is key, the counselor said. Otto and Marcus practiced sharing fears. I felt invisible in your fight, Marcus confessed.
Otto nodded.
I overcompensated, hiding pain in activism. Their relationship evolved, deeper, more honest. They moved in together, a small Chicago apartment symbolizing commitment. Jobs stabilized. Otto at the nonprofit, Marcus at a garage. Evenings were quiet. Dinners, walks. Rebuilding intimacy without prison's desperation. But external pressures lingered. A documentary aired, featuring their story. Viewers debated online. Inspiring versus irresponsible.
Otto engage tuktfully, fostering dialogu.
Marcus preferred privacy, a balance they navigated. Family reconciliation inched forward. Maria visited, bringing food. For both of you, she said, eyeing Marcus warily. He charmed her with stories. Your son's strong because of you. She softened. Carlos called once. Heard about the ruling. Good work. A crack in the wall. Society's mirror reflected change. Pride parades included prison reform floats. Otto keynote 1. Love challenges systems. But the cost, family's sanity, is real. Applause thundered. Yet, doubts persisted. A late-night talk. Did we choose right? Otto asked. Marcus pondered. We chose us. That's right. A final test. Viper, out on parole, contacted Otto. Sorry for the hell, he wrote. Prison makes monsters. Otto forgave, but boundaries held. As years passed, their story inspired legislation. Ironwood implemented sensitivity training. Otto's blog evolved into a podcast, Voices Amplifying. In quiet moments, Otto reflected on the journey, from wrongful arrest to advocacy icon. The prices paid. Family rifts mended partially, friendships lost, mental scars. But gains. Authenticity, love, impact. Marcus proposed one sunset evening. Marry me? Otto accepted, tears flowing. The wedding was small. Maria attended. Carlos sent regrets but a gift. Vows exchanged. Through betrayal and awakening, I choose you. Honeymoon in the mountains, they hiked, talked futures. Kids, Marcus mused.
Otto smilet.
Maybe adoption. Show them love wins. Back home, challenges continued. A backlash bill threatened rights. Otto mobilized, Marcus by his side. We're in this, he said. The story closed not in triumph, but ongoing struggle. Love endured, but at what ethical cost? Decisions haunted, outing themselves, fighting publicly. Had they betrayed privacy for progress? In the end, was sacrificing personal peace for societal change the right choice, or a moral compromise that demands endless debate?